AMD might have prepped B850 chipset but cancelled it for the AM5 motherboard lineup. The EEC website registers several AMD 800 chipset motherboards, including some B850 motherboards, but they may not arrive at all. AMD might have originally prepared the B850 chipset for its AM5 motherboard lineup, but EEC still lists then pulled back its listing. If you are aware of how AMD usually goes with their chipsets, you must be aware that AMD is currently preparing more 800 series chipsets for AM5 motherboards. The fact that AMD didn't share any information on the B850 chipset when it revealed B850 and B840 a few months ago, means that there should be no B850 motherboards. Today, leaker at Harucase 5719 shared links to 3 different EEC Eurasian Economic Commission registration pages, including both AMD and Intel's upcoming 800 chipset motherboards. As for Intel, everything seems to be normal, but for AMD, it's the first time we saw B850 motherboards registered today. We checked the links but didn't find those, which makes sense as these were mistakenly registered. Thankfully, Harucase took a screenshot before EEC pulled back the listings, and we can see that these were the Asus 800 chipset motherboards, including 2 AMD B850 chipset models: ROG Strix B850F Gaming Wi-Fi, ROG Strix B850i Gaming Wi-Fi. The leaker did say that he hadn't heard about the AMD B850 chipset before, and, as per another leaker at AM5, AMD did prepare the B850 chipset originally but cancelled it. So, it makes sense why the listing of those 2 boards has been pulled back. We don't know the detailed specifications of these 800 motherboard models, except that we know the basic specifications that AMD shared previously. While AMD X870 and X870 both bring Gen 5 support for GPUs and NVMe ports, the B850 brings Gen 5.0 for just NVMe SSDs. This could mean that the B850 would be equipped with a Gen 5.0 interface for the GPUs as well if it was planned to be released later. It is possible that both chipsets B850 and B850 didn't have any other differences except for the Gen 5.0 interface for the GPUs. As we currently don't have a Gen 5.0 interface on ADA and RDNA3 GPUs, AMD might have thought of just cancelling the B850, since X870/X870E already has that interface. Moreover, the performance gap probably won't be very noticeable between PCIe 4.0 and PCIe 5.0, which makes the B850 a more reasonable choice. As for the B840 chipset, it will only bring PCIe 3.0 for both PCIe X16 and M.2 slots. The AMD 800 chipset motherboards are expected to arrive,